number of years here, quite a few of us have worked on having our criminal justice system, one of the focuses in the restoration of the victim to a pre-offense condition to the degree it is possible. And our present law on the return of property to the property's owner, when the property owner is a victim, is pretty good. It allows for documenting the chain of custody, photographic, biological information, even electronic information, so the property can get back to its rightful owner. What has happened in practice is that in the zeal to get the perpetrator, the evidence is often held for very long periods of time, and the victim of the loss of the property doesn't get it back, and it's particularly difficult for business owners. Heard yesterday from one, lost his business computer, sat in an evidence room for 2.5 years, all of his business record, couldn't get it back. So what we've done here with this bill is provide a remedy for the victims, a process to get that property back when it's not happening just as a result of it. And there was some excellent work done in the Judiciary Committee, and one of them was to insert the Office of Victims' Rights as a filter or a vetting of the request for the return of property. And we had extensive testimony from that office of both the value and their willingness. It also establishes then, once it's gone through that filter or vetting process, then it goes to court. And the person, often the prosecutor, might be a public safety official, who objects to the return of the property to its rightful owner, has to show the reason, show the court the reasons why, and it is the preponderance of evidence, which is a reasonable standard for this sort of remedy. We've found that many victims, and often it's folks in the lower end of the economic scale, don't have the knowledge of the rights they have to get their property back, and under present law do not have the financial resources to go to civil court and demand it back. So we're trying to make this significantly easier for the victim of the property loss to get the property back. And the Department of Law, we arm wrestled over this for months, and they're comfortable with it. The troopers don't object. None of the police forces have said they object in principle, although quite a few of them realize that sometimes the execution has been suboptimal. I have no knowledge of anybody that objects to this, and I encourage a positive vote.